everyone. Today I'm going to do a little smoky eye tutorial, I guess you could call it. I'm going to be using NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencil in Black Bean. This is kind of what the whole video is focused around. And a lot of people do smoky eyes with shadows, which I'm going to use shadows, but the main product is this. This is what makes your whole foundation for the smoky eye. So, and a lot of people don't really do it that way. So I kind of wanted to do a video just focusing in on that. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my eye with L'Oreal's Decrease. And I just use this for like an everyday type of primer. There's other good primers out there. NYX has some really good ones. But since I'm just going to a few stores and stuff like that today and not really, doing anything major, I'm just going to use the cheaper. Okay? So now I'm going to try to zoom in here and get focused on my eye if I can. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to use a mirror because I'm not the best at all of this, by looking into a camera lens. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the decrease all over the lash area, and then all the way up to your brow bone is where you want to end up with this. So you want to do it all over the lash line and then all the way up to there. And it looks really streaky right now, so I just use my finger and I just blend it out. And you want to do it really fast after you apply it like that, because if you don't, it'll dry really quickly. So that's what it should look like right now. The next thing is we're going to go in with the Black Bean Jumbo eyeshadow pencil. Okay, and I'm going to start at the lash line, and I'm just going to draw a line like that, and I'm going to I can't hardly see, so I'm going to have to use the mirror. We're going to draw it kind of far up there, not too far, but I guess you could say to where your crease is where you would want the lines to end up and to finish out. And this looks really goofy and everything right now, but don't worry, we'll fix all this. If you make any little lines in here, it's not a big deal. I mean, if you like, that looks like crap, but it's okay because we're going to spread it all out and it's going to look so much better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use it's a little tiny little brush, and it's from Sonia Kashuk, so I'm not really using any expensive brush or anything. But I'm going to spread this now. And I just want to spread it all out. Kind of even everything out. Because this is the most, I guess, time consistent. Or time consuming, I should say. I can't even think of my words right now because I'm trying to do this right. Time consuming, part of the whole thing. But really, once you get this part done, this makes it so much easier, and this is why it's faster. It's because you basically knock out like 3 eyeshadows by doing all this. Okay, so once you have all that blended out like that, which I made a little mess right there, but that's okay because we can fix that with some shadow and it won't take no time. Okay, so that's what you should have so far, and it's kind of right above your crease area. Alright. Then what you want to do after you do that is you want to go in with a dark gray color. Now, I'm using a lot of NYX products in this, but you don't have to. You can use anything that you want. I am using a NYX color, and it's like a dark gray. And I'm going to go in with a little bit longer brush. It looks kind of like that. It's another Sonia Kashuk brush. So I'm going to pick up some of that color. And I'm just going to go right over the lash line area and up to the crease. Just kind of like this. And the reason that I'm putting this on is just to kind of downplay some of that black. And not only that, it kind of gets rid of any of these goofy lines that I made over here. Because even though that crayon spreads so well, you can really make a mess with that thing. Okay, so the next thing is this lighter gray. See, I started with the dark, and then I'm going to the lighter gray color here, and this is also from the NYX trio. I'm going to use the same brush. So I'm going to wipe off a little bit of that gray and that black that probably got on there. And I'm going to pick up this lighter gray. Looks like that. And I'm going to, I always usually start in the middle area. And I just kind of overlap those two. Right there. Kind of like that. And I'm going to get a little bit more because it's still pretty dark. We don't want it to be too dark, but we don't want it to be too light either. So, and the only reason I'm using 2 of these grays is because it tends to really downplay it just enough. I could just go in and use a highlight and fix it and it wouldn't be a big deal, but I kind of want it to not be too light. Because if you put too much highlight, then it looks like all you have is highlight, and that's it. So it looks goofy. So, okay. The next thing I'm going to use is this is an e.l.f. brush, but it's kind of a fat, chunky brush. Okay? And I'm going to pick up this color. This is also part of the NYX Trios. It's this light, white, shimmery color. Almost like a vanilla, but lighter. And I pick up a good bit of this when I do it. So it looks like that. Okay? And I'm going to start up at the top here. In the middle again, and I'm going to go around like that and kind of overlap. It doesn't hurt to overlap anything. It actually makes it look better because you're getting rid of those harsh lines. And I just blend it out, kind of like that. Blend that out again. It's funny how this eye is looking better than this eye already. Ugh, I hate that. I can never get 2 eyes to look exactly identical unless I'm doing it, you know, in a good mirror, which right now I'm trying to do in a camera, so that's a little bit difficult. So that could explain it, right? Okay. Do a little bit more, because you really want to have your highlight up there. You don't want any gray up there, which it's kind of spreading a little bit, but that's okay. So, excuse me, I keep burping. And then I'm going to use the other side and just kind of, you want to kind of blow that off and lightly do your highlight without overlapping too much so that it kind of looks like that. And so, there you have your shadows. Hope you can see that good. Okay. And then I'm going to go back in with that little tiny, if I can wipe some of this black off of it. Alright, this little tiny guy. We're going to pick up another bit of that dark gray that I used a little bit ago. And I'm just going to start right here and just kind of brush that out. And if you get any fallouts, alright, you can just clean that up later. Just kind of dust that under the lower area. I'm always using my finger for something to clean up the area. And I kind of do it like that just to kind of make it look smoky and dusty and all that good stuff. Okay, that's the end of your shadow portion. The next thing that I'm going to do, since I'm not really going anywhere fancy, like I said, is I'm just going to use a pencil like this. This is like an Elizabeth Arden black pencil. And I'm just going to line the upper lash line with this. Which you really don't have to, but it gives it a little bit more depth. You can even use like liquid, you know, I'm just not using that today because of my reasons. But that doesn't mean that liquid wouldn't look good, because it would. Okay. Then we're going to line the lower lash line now. Okay. Got a little something there. There we go. Alright. And you can do the waterline too. That'll make it look good also. So it kind of looks like that. Then I'm just going to use Maybelline's Colossal mascara. And it's in Glam Black. Okay. And I'm going to go in now and I'm just going to put the mascara on. A little black fleck of something. Okay. I really like this mascara, but I'm going to do a review here really soon on a new mascara that I've been using that I really, really like. And I'm really impressed with. The only good thing about this one is it really lifts well. and it kind of makes your lashes look really, really long. That's what's really cool about this one. And, okay, I'm going to do the bottom too. I kind of just lightly do the bottom. I like the dramatic look, so I like to do bottom and top. So, that is it. That is what you should have, people. Just like that. And that is what it looks like. Okay, so if you have any questions or anything, I'm trying to zoom back out. If you have any questions or anything, or you want to know more about the products that I used, just let me know. And I shall see you guys soon. Bye-bye.